You're listening to an archived Cabral Concept podcast. After listening to this show, check out the most up-to-date podcasts available at stephencabral.com/podcasts or search directly on iTunes. And now, welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Cabral Concept. So happy you could join me here today for this Training Thursday edition of the show, where we are going to be following up on last week's podcast. I gave you this methodology last week that I've been using now for over 15 years to be able to create customized programs, but also programs that can be mimicked, copied, and understood so that you can go and make up your own programs or validate other programs that you're following. So when I went over this last week, I think it enabled a lot of people to see how developing a great workout does not have to be overly complicated, but it should be balanced, and that's extremely important. Because a lot of people right now, when you pull out a workout from a magazine or you go to a gym and follow one of their circuits, they are unbalanced, which means that over time, you're going to create more issues within your own body. And that simply means that you'll create more kyphosis, which is the rounded shoulders, or maybe tighter hip flexors, or you might have issues with your lower back. And all of these develop, again, over time, but never in one workout typically. So what I like to do is share that information that I was taught many years ago about how to create a workout that works both, essentially, when you're looking at it, the front and back of the body. And when we work the front of the body, we do that with what are called pushing-based exercises. So for the most part, again, 90% of the time, it's a push-based exercise. It's a push overhead that we call our shoulder press, or a movement overhead, or a movement to the front of our body, and that is called a push-based exercise or a pressing-based exercise. Now, the pulling exercise is pulling down, whether it's a chin-up or a lat pull-down or something like that, or a row, and that's horizontal, where we're pulling or rowing back or pulling something open, like you could do a pushing a door open, that would be your push or press, and then a pull backwards. That's equally as important, that we need to be rowing, and that works on our posture. Remember, if you're mainly doing exercises that focus on the front of the body, the part of the body that you can see the most, well, you're going to become quite imbalanced. You're going to lead to neck tension, potentially headaches, and all sorts of postural-based deviations that, again, can weaken the body and cause a lot of pain on the backside over time. And that typically means your lower back or your neck or maybe even your hips and hamstrings. So what we like to do is this: create balanced workouts that you can make fit your lifestyle or your goals. So there's a lot of people out there right now, and they're going to start with mainly bodyweight exercises. That's fantastic. It's the best place that you should probably start. But then you can begin to incorporate weights, or if you're working with a personal trainer right now, you're absolutely going to start to be using some type of weights. Now, maybe those are bands. Maybe it's a kettlebell. Maybe they're dumbbells or whatever. Could be cables. Anything that adds to your own body weight allows you to do a lot of movements you wouldn't be able to do otherwise. So, for example, it's really hard to do a row or a Romanian deadlift without any weight, without any resistance. Now, you can do those two exercises very simply with just a band. So you can do a band right at home. I'm going to link that up today. I've given you many band workouts previously, and you can go back, you can check those out. But what I'm going to do today in the show notes is link up some simple exercise bands. I'll probably just link up to one of the websites that we refer to. And you'll be able to purchase those very inexpensively if you choose to, and do these exercises right at home. The reason why I like bands, really simply put, you can do one band, you can do multiple bands, is that you can travel with them as well. So you're on vacation, you don't want to miss your workouts, or you're traveling for work, you can't get to the gym, you can only do a quick workout in the morning or when you get back to your hotel room, whatever it might be. I mean, I did internships overseas, and all I brought to India and China and Sri Lanka and Europe was a single travel band. That's it. Was it the absolute best workout in the world? No. Was it a great workout? Absolutely. Right? Because not everything has to be knock it out of the park, best workout in the world when you're simply trying to keep up, make sure that you don't fall back. And the truth is, though, by taking a break sometimes from your normal routine and doing these, I wouldn't say easier, but simpler based workouts can allow you to get back to the fundamentals and strengthen a lot of the parts and areas of your body that you may have overlooked or neglected. That's what I'm doing this month. I want to share with you. It's actually going to start to take place this week or this weekend and right into next week. So I want to share this with you. I want to share why I'm doing it, why I've decided to make this transition for the next anywhere from about 3 to 4 weeks is what I'm going to be doing it for. And then I want to give you my follow-up, of course. I'll do that on a Friday review of how it's gone. So I want to do this for multiple reasons. Let me share with you what I'm going to do right now, and then you might start to add this into your world. So September is without a doubt, I would say, one of the busiest, if not the busiest month of my life, personally and professionally, along with probably January. So in September and January, my 2 girls, they go back to school after having some time off, right? We have summer vacation, and then we have the holiday break for school as well. And a lot of that time, we're definitely traveling or we're simply changing our routine. It's a lot more relaxed, right? The last couple of weeks of summer, I spent the 10 days or so in Maine. I was working some of those days for sure, but I was doing it, in a more relaxed environment. No doubt about that. We were more relaxed with eating. It was just a really fun time with family. We'll do the same through Christmas, through January 1st, and then for the next week or so, not quite the next week, but the next few days, my daughters also have off. So the same thing. And then you need to switch routines. You need to get back into the routine. But as you get back in the routine, it means, okay, getting the family ready on time. It means getting back to a more structured work routine, getting back to the office. And it's also when I do my detox, right? So this week, I'm doing my fall detox. And I follow it to the letter. I mean, I really do. I'm recording this podcast. Now I'm past days 1 and 2 of the fasting. And I feel great. I mean, I enjoy it and I do it. Even if I don't want to do it, I do it. Because I know that when I get to the other side of it, I'm so happy and grateful that I did it, right? I've never done a detox where oh, that was a waste. No, it's never happened. Again, on the contrary, always so happy that I just made it through. I did it. And it allows me to transition to the season. So I'll do that in January and I do it in September. But it's an extra busy time. So not only am I back into a big work schedule, we've got a bunch of things coming this fall that you'll see debut over the next, actually just a couple weeks and then into the holidays. But also we have IHP, the Integrative Health Practitioner Program's opening. If you've never heard about that before, it's almost 1 year old next month. Check it out. It's integrativehealthpractitioner.org. Absolutely amazing, the course and the certification we're doing with our global health family there, approaching 1,000 members. It's just beyond my wildest expectations. One of my absolute favorite things over there. But to top all of that off this week, the detox, IHP, a bunch of new programs going to be launching. My family is actually moving just right down the street, but we're moving right down the street to a new apartment. It's actually close, it's walkable now to my girls' school. And my place was walkable to my work. I enjoyed it anyways, the walk, but now it's even closer. So super easy, but we have a move on top of all of that. And we've been in our last place, believe it or not, for 12 years. I'll be talking about that on an upcoming show, but we had never planned on staying there for 12 years. We planned on staying there for 3 to 5 years. And then next thing you know, 2 kids, a French bulldog, and a second French bulldog. And, a lot of memories later, it's time to move. So we have all that going on. So why am I sharing that with you? Well, it's a busy time of the year. So for me to take an hour and a half a day to get to the gym, and I don't do that every day because of just time-wise, but I do try to get in a lot of those workouts and home workouts as well, is I'm going to create a very simple home workout that I'm going to do not just 3-4 days a week. And my workouts are typically 4 days a week. But what I'm looking at now is 6 days a week. And I know this sounds kind of strange, but one of the things that happens is when you're at your busiest times, you need anchors during the day And you need to make sure that the things that are important to you don't slide away. And also, on your busiest times, you don't often have an hour to dedicate to things. But I bet you can fit in 15 to 20 minutes. So what I'm doing is taking my typical 40-minute workouts or so, 20 minutes of cardio, 20 minutes of weights. That's my typical workout. What I'm doing, and I'll break that down even further in the future, but what I'm doing right now is a 15-minute to maximum 20-minute workout. I shared it with you last week. So again, if you're not tuning in to those Training Thursday workouts, every Thursday we do Toxic Thursdays or Training Thursdays. Last week was create hundreds of your own workouts using this formula. That was episode 1308. I just invite you to check that out. I'm not going to go through the formula today, but I'm going to give you 2 of the workouts that I'll be using. Now, these will take 15 to 20 minutes maximum. And I'm going to then take those 40-minute workouts about 4 times a week, 3 to 4 times a week. It's usually 3 40-minute workouts and another 15 to 20-minute workout on the weekends. Sneak out 3 days a week, another workout on the weekend while I'm at home with my family as well. And it's nice too because my girls get to see me work out. So it's leading to, what I feel is practicing what I preach. Really important that your kids see you practicing what you preach. They might not understand it, and certainly you think that, they're so young, they're not going to really remember. They will. It's becoming part of their subconscious. So if they see me get home and they see me doing chin-ups and pull-ups, my girls hang from my chin-up bar. They just get into it. They sit on my back when doing push-ups. They do squats along with me. And so what you're doing is you're training your kids, and it doesn't matter what age they are, to see that, hey, exercise is important. And we never talk about it in terms of weight loss. Every single day, I tell my girls, we eat these foods to be healthy and strong. We eat these foods and we do this exercise to be healthy and strong. It's healthy and strong. That's what we always talk about. Try to raise healthy and strong girls to the best of our ability. And my wife is on board with the same exact mentality. So I'll pull out the chin-up bar and I just hook it up between our doorway. That's it. And if you can't do chin-ups, that's okay. You can do a chin-up bar and wrap a big monster band around it. And I've done a podcast on this. And that assists you. That can give you basically back half your body weight. Or if you can't do that, you can use those equalizer bars I've spoken about before as well. And you can do that to do inverted rows. It's a great exercise. And if you can't do that, well, you can use bands and do a one-arm row. So remember, no excuses. There's a lot of different exercises you can do. Follow the formula last week. Plug in whatever one you want. Follow A Man's Guide to Muscle and Strength, that book right there, a year's worth of workouts. Remember, it's not just for men, it's for women too. So really important. Okay, so why am I doing this? Well, I'm basically taking my, It's 40 times 3 or 4. It's about 2.5 hours of actual formal exercise per week over those 4 days. So when we look at that, I can say, okay, well, I'm going to divide that now over 6 days. And, it's actually pretty easy. What is that? It's not quite 160 minutes. Let's put it in at 140 minutes a week. That's 3 40-minute workouts plus another 20-minute. Let's divide it over the 6 days I'll be doing now. 23 minutes is what it would equate to, and there you go. I'll be doing about a 15, 20-minute workout every day, and it will equate right between there 6 days a week. I'm going to take off every Sunday. Sunday is an absolute, in my opinion, must. It should be a day of rest. It should be a day of relaxation, getting your mind right. Did I always have the ability to take off Sundays? No. A lot of times I work Sundays. Again, it depends on where you're at in your life at that moment. So for me, though, where I'm at right now, Sundays are always off, and that allows me to have a full day of family time, a full day of relaxation, a full day of watching the Patriots play football, like all of those different things, right? So that's my Sunday. Here's the thing. You can do it right at home. And all you have to do is carve out that 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm going to give you the workouts right now, but I wanted to give you the methodology of why behind it. I'm doing it at home because it will save me literally an hour. Because it takes me about 15 minutes to 20 minutes to get to the gym. So I'm going to save right there a half hour minimum, probably 40 minutes between changing, getting ready, walking back home, all that. And then I have my 40-minute workout, right? So that's where that hour and a half comes in. Well, now I'm going to walk home, change out of my dress clothes from work, put on a pair of shorts and a t-shirt or so, work out. What's that take? 20 minutes, that's it. So I am saving a good hour a day. And while it's the busiest time of the year right now, I'm going to go back to the gym. There's no doubt about it. I'm not leaving my gym or the gym membership because I do love it and I do love being able to do the cardio and everything there. But right now, we are literally uprooting. I've got all sorts of different things going on in every aspect of my life. I have travel coming up with my work and my speaking. So I'm going to keep it simple. That's it. I can do this everywhere, and I'm not going to miss it because I know that I can do it whether I'm in a hotel room or whether I'm doing it right at home. All right. So what am I going to do? 2 workouts. That's it. I don't need to come up with 6 workouts. Listen, don't make your life complicated. I don't want you to make your life complicated. If you're a personal trainer, you can give these to your clients. They can do them on their off days. If they're only meeting with you once a week, no problem at all. You can give them these off-day workouts. Super simple, right? And all I'm going to do is rotate these 2 workouts. All right, so Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is going to be workout number 1. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday is workout number 2. I want to repeat that. Workout number 1 that I give you today, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, super simple. Workout number 2, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Now, you might say, yeah, but you said never to work out more than 2 days to 3 days in a row. I still stand by that. When you're doing workouts that are going to cause a lot of tissue breakdown, meaning from the muscles, these are mainly body weight exercises, anywhere between 10 and 15 repetitions for you, just depending on how strenuous the exercise may be. And all you're looking to do is continue to keep the momentum moving forward. But I'm telling you right now, if you've never done this before, you're actually going to make big body transformation strides. You really are. I'm actually looking forward to this because these are lighter workouts in terms of weights that I would typically do, but they are going to be a great catalyst because I'm going to be doing them every day for change in my body. My body's not going to be used to doing a daily workout. It's used to doing an every other day, like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. So for me to do this, I will feel it, and it's going to be great, and it's going to be just what I need to move through this transition. Okay, so I'm going to do this for about a month. If you create programs, what we do at our studio in Boston is we create monthly workouts for our clients. And so all I need you to do is focus on this for the next 3 to 4 weeks. And you can plug this in anytime. Like maybe your busy time is December, or maybe it's January. You can do this whenever, right? Bookmark it, listen to it, and you can do this anytime in your life. But what I'm focusing on is what's called non-CNS dominant or taxing exercises. What does that mean? Well, it focuses on exercises that do not require a lot of central nervous system, or just call it nervous system, fatigue. So what would be a high central nervous system fatigue in exercise? Well, it'd be like 3 to 5 reps of heavy squats, like barbell squats. That would create a lot of nervous system-based recruitment. Or it would be any exercise, essentially below 8 repetitions, done multiple times with maximal load, recruiting as much neurological muscle fiber recruitment as needed. So any heavy exercise done to fill your fatigue over a shorter period of time in terms of reps will be more nervous system fatiguing. These are taking 30 to 60 seconds each per exercise, and it's mainly just with body weight or bands. So simple, straightforward, but absolutely great, and that's why you can repeat them on a daily basis. Okay, we're going to do them for 2 to 3 rounds for the exercise. It's going to be a circuit base. Again, I talked about that last week on episode 1308, which is why I want you to go back to that episode to learn more about how to create these workouts. And it's going to be 5 exercises per circuit. So 5 exercises, do them all in a row. It's going to take you about 5 minutes per circuit. You'll rest for 3 to 5 minutes, and you'll repeat 1 more time or 2 more times. That's it. It can depend on the amount of time you have per day, or if you were sore the time you did it before. Like your first week of these workouts will probably only be 1 time around or 2 times around. And it simply depends on your experience. Like, what's your experience? If you're used to working out, well, you can definitely do this for 2 rounds to maybe even 3 rounds. And in the future, you might even be able to push this to 3 to 4 rounds, right? But what I look at, all I'm going to do, I'm not going to push this to 4 rounds. I'm going to do 2 rounds my first week because I'm doing it every day in a row, right? So I don't need to like create a hero's workout all in the first week. I'm going to do 2 rounds the first week. It's going to be 5 minutes per circuit, basically. I'm going to do a 5-minute rest in between. So that leaves me with what? 15-minute workout. That's it. Like, again, really straightforward. You can do a dynamic workout to start. If you ever want to know a dynamic warm-up, you can just go to stephencabral.com/podcasts and type in dynamic warm-up. That's it. And you'll find the podcast on how to create a warm-up for yourself. Okay, so that's 15 minutes. And then when I add back in one more circuit, it'll be about 20 minutes or so, maybe just a little bit more. So this is what I'm doing now, 30 days, 2 workouts, back-to-back, Monday through Saturday. All right, let's go over what they are. And again, really straightforward, really easy to do. And that's why I don't want to make this overly complicated, because then you won't do it, right? And I won't do it either. So workout number 1 is this. I'm going to do push-ups. How many push-ups am I going to do? Not till failure. I'm going to do them until basically I say, okay, I can try to, squeeze out the last 3 to 4, or I can stop now. I'm going to stop now. Once I get to that kind of failure point, I'm not going to try to push past that. All right. So push-ups. Then after that, I'm doing band squats. What are band squats? You're stepping on a band, okay, and you're holding the handles at your shoulder height. I'm squatting down lightly, and then I'm pushing back up, and I'm going to do that 15 times. After that, I'm doing band rows. What do? I put a band and I lock it with this little nylon strap. And again, you can check out the previous podcast on that, in between a door. So all you do is you close it in a door. Nylon strap is attached to the band, and I can row back with my hands coming to my shoulders. Again, all of these are shown in A Man's Guide to Muscle and Strength, as well as given for free on previous podcasts. That's band rows. Next up, band Romanian deadlifts. What do? I attach that band right in front of me, or I step on the band and I kind of make it smaller to add more attention. And I am stretching with both legs and then squeezing to the top of my glutes. Now, full disclosure, I'm making this an easy body weight and band workout. So all you need is a simple band. But I have kettlebells at home, and I'm probably going to do this one with a kettlebell. It's certainly not going to be heavy for me, but it's going to give me a great stretch through my hamstrings and be more challenging than a band, okay? But again, don't get overwhelmed with the process. Keep it easy. Just use a band if you want for band Romanian deadlifts, okay? I'm going to most likely do this, full disclosure, with a kettlebell that I have to make it a little bit more challenging. All right. Then after that, I'm going to do a core exercise called hanging knee-ups, okay? A little bit more challenging of an exercise. I'm working on my grip. I'm stretching the muscles through my back. I'm engaging my core, and I'm working all those transverse abdominis muscles. If any of these words are new to you, again, just search them at stephencabral.com/podcasts. Today is episode 1315. Head on over to stephencabral.com/1315. We'll link a lot of shows up there, and we'll write down these workouts so you can actually copy them. stephencabral.com/1315. Balanced workouts. That's what we're giving you right now. All right. So that is workout number 1. If you can't do hanging knee-ups, no problem at all. No problem at all. All you have to do is, let's give you another exercise. We will have you do a plank. How's that? Or actually, I'm not going to give you a plank because you're doing push-ups as your first exercise. So you're already in a plank-based position. So what I'm going to have you do is what's called a reverse crunch. Okay, that's a nice beginner exercise. You're going to place your hands underneath your glutes, and you're going to bring your knees up into your abs, stretch your legs back out. Don't let your feet touch the ground, and then pull them back in. If you're a little bit more advanced, you can do a leg lift if you'd like. All right, workout number 2 is going to be this. Chin-ups. And again, if you can't do chin-ups, you can do band-assisted chin-ups. And if you don't have a pull-up bar or chin-up bar, and you don't want to do a band-assisted one, you could also do inverted rows where you're pulling yourself up. And if you don't want to do that, you can attach a band to the top of a doorway and do lat pull-downs. Remember, there's always a way, right? Easy at-home workouts. After chin-ups, you're going to do a one-legged reach. And I'll be doing this as well. So you'll put a band attached through that door again, the low part of the door. You'll stretch forward on one leg. These are one-legged. And then you will squeeze to the top. So now, super easy. You could do this body weight if you wanted to. Reach out in front of you, about a foot off the ground. You could touch a cone or something like that. Pull back to the top. One-legged exercises called unilateral exercises. Absolutely amazing work. All right. The next one is this, dips. Okay, so dips being the next exercise, you can do these, a lot of different ways. You can do them with the actual equalizer bars, and I'll link those up for today's show. Equalizer bars can easily store away in a closet as well. You could do them using the edge of a bed with your feet up on a chair. So you could do, those types of dips. Instead of leaning forward, you could be going straight up and down parallel. Just make sure that your elbows never go above the shoulders. You don't want to put too much stress on what's called the deltoids, or the anterior deltoid in the front of the shoulder. You could also do a band shoulder press if you didn't want to do dips. That would be a nice balance between the chin-ups in the beginning of the workout. Next up after that is forward dynamic lunges. You can do these body weight or with weights if you'd like, holding the weights by your side. That would be fine. All you're doing is lunging forward, making sure that knee doesn't move over the toes in the front or does not make sure that your heel is coming off the ground. Great exercise, push right back. You can do cone lunges. I've given you that before. That's a great exercise as well. And you're going to finish this workout up with a static V-up, okay? You're going to be sitting down on the ground in a boat pose from yoga, arms out to the side, feet up in the air like a V, and you are going to hold this for up to 60 seconds. Love this exercise. Everybody should be able to work their way up to 60 seconds. This shows great core strength, which helps out your spine and all the other muscles around there to keep you strong, healthy, and safe in that area. Here's the thing. That's 2 separate workouts. The Monday workout number 1, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, push-ups, band squats, band rows, band RDLs, Romanian deadlifts, and hanging knee-ups. You can make your modifications. Go through that circuit 2 to 3 times. Every time you finish it, take a 3 to 5 minute rest. Repeat. Now, workout number 2, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, chin-ups, one-legged reaches, a lot like a Romanian deadlift, dips or shoulder presses, forward dynamic lunges, or you can do the backwards lunges if it feels better on your knees, alternating sides, and then a static V-up or boat pose. Great workouts, simple, straightforward, to the point. And if you follow this, I'm telling you right now, whether you're a seasoned workout pro or not, the benefit of even just switching things up and doing a daily 20-minute workout instead of an every other day as a longer workout and not taxing that central nervous system, I honestly believe you will see the benefits. I own the fancy gym membership. I love going to the gym. I love being able to do the cardio and all those things. But every once in a while, it's okay to sidestep, to make that lateral move and say, hey, I'm going to do something different. Super busy right now over the next couple weeks. I don't want to miss my workouts. So what can I do that's going to keep me in great shape? It's going to keep me on track to reaching my goals. And I'm going to feel great that I didn't miss my workout. I'm going to get those endorphins boosting, which helps your brain and your mental clarity. And that's what I'm looking forward to. So today's show, I really wanted to show you possibilities, right? With the Cabral concept, I always want to try to give you more empowerment than excuses, and that's what today's show is all about. Hopefully it was helpful. Let us know how we can help. Let us know what questions you have, what podcast links you need, where to find more information. You can ask those questions at cabralsupportgroup.com. Thanks so much, and as always, if this show was helpful, please do feel free to pass it along to anyone else you believe it could serve. Before you go, I wanted to ask you this question. What if I could teach you in just a couple of hours how to transform your thyroid, hormones, adrenal, cholesterol, blood pressure, blood sugar, weight loss, energy, mood, brain, pregnancy, anti-aging, or many other health-related issues? After 20 years in private practice, after seeing and overseeing 250,000 client appointments, I sincerely feel I have the real-world data and have found the answer you've been searching for. So what I've done is spent hundreds of hours of my own time refining what you need to know in order to uncover your underlying root cause health issues and then begin to rebalance the body and bring it back to a state of robust health and wellness. I'm going to teach you exactly what I do in my private practice so you can understand how you got here and now what you need to do in order to heal. You'll receive all of the important success checklists, protocols, and even ways to customize it to make the program fit your busy life. And you'll get all of this at a fraction of the price. Let me save you the time, money, energy, stress, and frustration of not knowing what to do next. Instead of reading dozens of books on the topic and seeing multiple practitioners, I will condense everything that you need to know in just a few hours of video tutorials that you can watch and listen to anywhere. Together, we will make this healing process an enjoyable one that you can take with you for the rest of your life. I wish you all of the best of health and happiness, and I hope to be able to guide you on your healing journey through my Health Results Accelerators. Simply choose the health imbalance you're currently suffering from, and by the end of today, you'll know what went wrong and how to get well again. I guarantee it. For details, head over now to stevencabral.com/ courses.